Congratulations, you made it to the end. Here we are at step 6, estate preservation. Now don't get the heebie-jeebies. This is really actually important and a core component of your financial foundation. The best person to direct the details regarding your legacy, assets, children, and medical decisions, it's not the court. It's actually you. Keep calm and get a will. But doesn't everybody have a will? In fact, it's not even close. Only 42% of adults currently have estate preservation documents in place, such as a will or a living trust. These numbers are alarming because that means that many families run the risk of having their estates settled in probate courts. That's no bueno. Probate is essentially a court that takes over the assets of the deceased persons, and you have to lobby saying that you are entitled to those assets as their living heirs. You don't want that. That's not a good prospect, especially for families with children under the age of 18. Make estate preservation part of your strategy, and definitely make sure you have a will. And if you have property, you need even more than that. So how do you get your living will squared away? Well, essentially you need to work with a qualified lawyer to put an estate plan in place. What this does is it ensures your legacy reaches your intended heirs. It helps manage estate taxes, as well as set up medical and financial powers of attorney so that someone can take care of you in the event that you become incapacitated. When we sit down together, you may be surprised to realize how quickly and affordably it can be done, and you can check this thing off your to-do list. Really, you want to make sure that you get a will or a living trust in place. With these money makeover tips, you have the potential to change your future and create a whole new you. Here's the thing, we're all at different stages of life and we have different needs. Which steps do you feel are most important to you, and where are you in your life? The truth is, these 6 steps apply to us all. Here's a review. The first step was debt management, where we talked about how do we pay down some of those debts by just adding a little bit more each month. Next was building an emergency fund. We can put aside what we have. It doesn't matter if it's $5 this week, $10 the next. We want to build it up till we have at least $1,000, and then after that, build up even more, ideally 3 to 6 months of our expenses. Next up is increasing our cash flow, and the way you do that normally is by increasing the pie. So how can we increase our income? We can purchase real estate, we can participate in the gig economy, we can sell items, we can be a merchant, start a business. All these things are important. Step 4, we talked about proper protection. We don't really like to think about the end of our lives, but it's very important. And it's very important to protect our own financial futures. And those are the ones that we love. And life insurance isn't just for when we pass away. It's actually an excellent tool that you can take advantage of today, particularly when they build cash value. Step 5 is building wealth. And step 6 is estate preservation. We really want to make sure that the probate courts don't get a hold of our assets. You've seen this all before, and you've seen your before. Now it's time to see what your after could look like.